Says we're live. All right, we're live. Cool. What's up, everyone? It's episode 53 of Gear Talk. I don't know how long it's gonna be. A lot of people doing a lot of random shit. There's not a whole lot going on in the game right now. Um, hang out for a little bit, talk. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if we're gonna be doing Gear Talk every weekend anymore because there's not a lot going on. Um, Unfortunately, uh, there is supposed to be an update soon. I think a lot of you heard of it. The new oh, what is that shit called? Does anybody remember the name of that new update with the fighting? Does anybody remember that? The name of that? Shit.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to look at. There's some sort of update coming soon, supposedly. You get like matched like twice a week with someone else, and you fight for something. There's very little information going on right now about it. I mean, when that comes out, we'll probably do an episode if there's another like actual. If there's an event that like actually warrants an episode, we'll do that. If if somebody wants to come on and talk about their arc, we'll do that. You know, Major City Conquest. Thank you, Babu. Yeah, we don't. They said that's coming out. I don't know when the hell it's coming out, but they announced that months ago. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, and I don't know how you guys feel that are either in the chat or in voice right now, but I feel like there's really nothing going on, so I don't really see a point in doing this every weekend anymore.
Well, other than to poke fun at Grinch.
Well, yeah. Other than that's true. Other than that,
I mean, that's usually about 50% of your stream, anyways.
yeah, usually.
No, we do make fun of Raz as well.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. It's just there's nothing to talk about. Like, cast is over. We know that's not going to start up again for another 4 to 5 months. I mean, GC playoffs, that's coming up soon, but there's nothing to really talk about until you get to, like, the end of the season, which is... How many games are in playoffs? Is it 5? 5 total?
5.
Yeah, so we got...
There's 5.
2 weeks, and then 5 more weeks before... I mean, I'm gonna try to do the... I take a week off of work every time for playoffs. So, obviously, more than likely it's going to be EXE and T&B again, I would assume.
But as soon as normal season's over, you gotta do an episode of who didn't completely suck this season.
That's true.
Could, yeah.
For that, who made the top 32, who didn't completely suck.
Yeah, could take a look at that. Unfortunately, like I like the fact that I'm like, oh well, EXE's gonna probably be in the finals more than likely, but I hate the fact that I can say, oh, EXE's gonna be in the finals. Like
there's no build up to it. Know what I mean?
Yeah, like when you look at the teams, I mean, obvious shit can happen. We have gotten. I'm not gonna name names, but we have gotten a couple higher power players to join our team for this season. As far as I'm aware, I'm not in the council, I'm just an officer, but as far as I'm aware, they're joining us for good. It's not just for playoffs, but we've got a couple people, and from what I've heard, there's not a whole lot of moving around going on. So I hate the fact that just in my head, I'm like, okay, well, it's EXE and TNB. Like that's who's the finals gonna be, and
See,
I hate that.
we just got to get all of our main opponents, like all three of them, to combine. So we have a decent match at the end.
Yeah, I mean, like third and fourth place, like that can kind of go up in the air. It kind of depends on the brackets and who other people get. I would probably put money on not knowing the brackets. It's going to be EXE and TNB for the finals again. And then I could see first and TFC going for third and fourth, depending on the brackets. Those are just they're just the best teams.
I was figuring TFC. I wasn't sure if it was going to be first or actually no. Who else is really left anymore? Because I was going to say CHN or Win, but no, not really.
Unless they combine, they just
yeah, no, I think you're right there. I think it's going to end up being first in TFC.
yeah, because I mean, CHN and Win they've got some bigger arcs. They got some veteran players, but they're just not coordinated enough. If they combined, I could see them doing pretty well. But as far as dude, I don't know what's going on. Like they had a falling out, they broke up, they jumped planets, and then this last cast they aligned with each other during cast when they really didn't need to.
Immediately, by the way.
Yeah, so it makes me think maybe like
The boyfriend and girlfriend got back together.
yeah, like
I was say they wasted time. It was like a couple days, and we already knew they were teaming up.
oh yeah, which is like, is this like a we need to take a break from each other relationship, or is this like, oh you cheated on me, so now we're breaking up, but like I'm addicted to like drama, so let's get back. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe Cass was just a booty call.
It could have been. It could have been a booty call. That's true. But I'm also wondering, like, a part of me is wondering if First and TNB are gonna merge for this finals. Because TNB fucking hates us. And I don't really have a problem personally with most of the people in First, but I know there is a lot of bad blood between some members of First and EXE, especially after this last cast. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did merge, just because they really want us to fucking lose.
I actually personally I like a lot of the people in First. Know what I mean? But a lot of people don't like their dumbass decision to match up with TNB right away.
Yeah, that was.
Some people felt that.
I gotta be honest. I was a little. I don't think there's any. There's like two people in First that I don't like. The rest I'm either friends with or I'm indifferent towards. But when they instantly allied with TNB, I was like, all right, fuck y'all. Like, what the fuck? You know that we hate TNB. Why would you do this?
Yeah, I don't think there's a single person in TNB I can say I actually like.
In who? TNB?
Huh?
Who'd you say? TNB?
Yeah, I said I don't think there's actually even one person in TNB I can say I actually like. Probably because most of them don't interact outside of a couple of them in World Chat.
Yeah, I really don't.
That's what I mean. I can't say I've ever had a real interaction with any of them other than Pompous, Evan, or Crazy Raz.
Yeah, not really. They don't really talk that much. I'm trying to think. Boogeyman on Discord I find that dude funny. That dude's funny. I'm in a couple of Discords with him. He talks every now and then. I think that dude's funny. I kind of like him.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with him.
From what I get from him, he doesn't really take the TNB EXE hate all that serious. He just kind of trolls, which I don't have a problem with. He doesn't really take it seriously.
Well, I personally don't hate Fanby. I just don't care for him. The interactions I've had.
Yeah.
I try not to actually hate anyone.
Yeah, there's only a few people that I really don't like in this game. Most of the time, I'm like indifferent towards people.
Even Raz. Like, I don't hate Raz. I just find him annoying.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't really hate him either. I just stop talking. You know what I
He
mean?
can be insufferable. That's the problem.
Like, for me, he's just that annoying kid no one wants to talk to.
And he wants attention from whether it's negative or positive. He just
Oh,
wants
it's the
attention.
boy of annoyance. He can be an annoyance even on line chat.
Mm-hmm.
I got one deal here where he's asking Wrath if he's got any room for a move. I'm going, yeah, right. You're going to move? I doubt that.
Rats isn't going anywhere.
Who are you gonna find that wants you? Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
I mean,
Oh, you didn't say it loud enough.
Unfortunately, it's true. Like he's stuck in TNB. It's
Oh,
not,
just from, like, outside of his personality, let's just take it from a player aspect. One thing you can't take away from, he is active, but he's actively losing. Look at this cast. People were fighting over who were going to get lined up with Raz.
Yeah. He's not. I'm trying to think. He thinks he's smarter than he is because he was like, "Oh, I got a surprise for EXE," and I was like, "I'm pretty sure in our Discord chat, I was like, it's going to be a tear suppression Ira, or a tear suppression. It's going to be tear suppression." The first thing we run into is fucking tear suppression Iris. Like I fucking told you. Like you're not as like tricky as you think you are. And it took us like 10 seconds to adapt, and then everybody started running him over. Or he would just pull 15 people ahead.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, he'd full march, and then we'd be like, "Oh, okay, well we're about to get," and then he'd pull. And then in Discord, I don't know if you guys saw it. I can't remember which one it was. He was bragging about how he beat Ronin, and he full marched Ronin, and Ronin was AFK in the gate. And he was bragging, and Ronin's like, "Bro, I'm fucking half retired. I wasn't even there." And that's like one of the only wins he really got. And then Ronin did like 3 replays where he fucking destroyed Raz. I was like, "Bro,
So you're
stop."
saying it's Raz's fault Ronin semi-unretired for Cass? He just wanted some vengeance.
Dude, Ronin would just send and just go AFK and just win. And I found it hilarious that he was bragging about getting a win versus Ronin when like Ronin was fucking AFK. He's like, "If I lose it, I lose it. I don't care." And he's like, "Ah, I beat Ronin." It's like, congrats, he wasn't there.
Cool, you want a cookie?
Oh, he wants a cookie. Yes.
But yeah,
And a gold sticker.
yeah, like there's really nothing to talk about because like the
I mean,
events are all the same.
I guarantee you, if Neva said a nice thing to Raz, he'd clip it and just replay it recording in his headset to go to sleep at night.
He'd also put it on every Discord he's on.
That's a lot of discords.
Not really. He's kicked off most of them.
I'm surprised.
He'll join random discords for other games just to post it.
He's still on the official.
I don't know. I don't really get on that all that often. But no, we got T&B next week again. This is gonna be like what, the fourth time we fought them.
Hey, let's see if more than a few of them show up this time.
I had that kind of luck last week. First hour, it went nice and smooth. We were on the cap. We were on the forts. And all of a sudden, a 1 billion player shows up, and it's like, oh, crap. There goes the game.
It's kind of like last week we fought UNT. They only had a couple really big guys. So I think they kind of really got lucky on who they fought. Because I thought they were like a sleeper guild for a second.
I know it was one of those matches again where I only get like one fight, and I'm sitting there like, well, this is fun.
Yeah, I was trying to tell people to rotate so that way everybody could get their points.
We did an okay job rotating us. Because I got points.
Well, I was gonna say, but that rotating only works as long as they're sending.
Yeah, that's. You know, it was bad when I got third place in points. There wasn't that many fights.
I only got one kill, and that's because someone decided to full march a T11 Ira into a tier suppression DS. Like, it should be common sense at this point. If you see a DS with only like 100 to 200 troops per slot, there's a good chance it's tier suppression.
Yeah. Speaking of tier suppression, I don't know if T&B has figured out how tier suppression works yet, because they kept running into Neva all gas, which was hilarious.
I changed something, guys. Let's see if it works this time. God damn it, I lost it all again.
Dude, they were just running straight into him.
At least y'all had an exciting cast. All the Chinese guilds just went to sleep and left the damn Russian APK running the show.
At least you weren't in the mega cast. That shit was exhausting.
I mean, it was fun, but by the end there, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah, that last like 4 days, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was so over it.
First thing, I got all my farming done in 1 week, and I thought, what the hell's going on with these guys? Are they asleep or dead or what?
Who ended up winning your cast?
CAN, C-A-N, and our CGN decided to join with them in order to get some damn points. They didn't do anything, but that's all they did was join up with the winner.
CAN?
I was gonna say who?
Who the
CGN.
Oh, CGN.
Yeah. I mean, they've gone way downhill since the last time they tried to do a big GC.
CAN. Huh. You know it's bad when I don't even... When I don't even
Remember
know...
'em?
Yeah, when I don't even know who they are, and it's like, okay, that... You must have had a fucking easy cast if that's who won it.
Did you say can? CAN?
Yeah.
First one?
Uh-huh.
From 16.
CAN.
Yeah, I just hold on. I don't know if you're watching the stream, but
I think I sent you.
they were
A pic of who was in it.
they're
Well, I'm
30.
scrolling down the C list. I'm not even finding CGN.
Well, CAN is 36 in GB.
Yeah, I found. I
1639.
found them. I found.
Yeah, it's going to be almost impossible to find all four of the Chinese guilds in my server. Gao is the only one closest to me, and right now I'm at 98 or 91,
I say,
and they're like 2 slots around me.
yeah, Gao is 90th.
Yeah, somehow Gao keeps popping up behind us, yet we don't fight them in a
Which,
damn GC. And I'm
which,
going
which guild are you in?
PRG.
Yeah, you won't have them this week. You'll have CHN if everyone signed up. CHN
CHN.
Cha.
How
Cha. Like not the big CHN, the one from 1566.
Oh, I was like, how fucking high are you
The
guys?
little bitty.
I was gonna say,
If they,
I was gonna say, I think CHN is actually kind of high. How the fuck you all the way up there?
we were up that high early. We did about 3 GCs the first deal and won. So we stayed around 30 and 40. We just need the last two to win, and then we can probably get back under 80.
Yeah, shit. The real CHN's in 8th place. So they're up there. They're in number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Genial is the top tier. Then there's Archin, which used to be the top tier, who stepped down way down. And then there's 2 littler ones hit around.
Hmm.
But they pretty well, the biggest of the Chinese guilds have pretty well stripped everything we got to where I think we only got 4 guys in the 1 billion and 1 on the 900, and everything else is way below that. My guy Squirrel is almost hitting on 500, and he's in the top 20, I believe.
So that's what I was saying last week. Like, if you have just a couple guys that are pretty big, that'll carry you pretty far in GB nowadays.
Shit, yeah. BOS is the one with my other arc, and we're ranked 34, and it's basically just me and like maybe 2 other guys for bigs.
Yeah, if you just
What I
have
really need is at least 2 guys that are running at least a sister wolf and a Reinhardt that are decent in the 200 range. If I can get a couple of guys like that that don't mind a little semi guild that's family.
Why Sister Wolf and Reinhardt? Those things are easy to kill.
Not where I'm standing at. They're the ones that are killing the shit out of me. I can't get my DS to penetrate on most of these damn Reinhardts that pop up.
bro, you
And
need
the few sister wolves, I get a cut on them, but that's about all I can get on them.
you don't need. I mean, if the Reinhardts are running tier 12, it's a little harder. But the tier 2 and 3 Reinhardts, like a tiny sister wolf will fucking run over them with pretty
Yeah,
And
shit.
unfortunately, we haven't got one of them, one decent one in the whole bunch yet.
just get yourself a puppet. I run through both of those no problem.
I'm working on my puppet. I've already got her all the crit damage I can give her. I just
Puppet is
haven't
good.
got enough
Well, there you go,
mag
Grinch.
on
Our new
her.
thing. Help the mid guilds. Good news
Lord,
on
man.
that.
Dude, Puppet is so
No,
good.
no. With me, I'm talking about my mechanical puppet, not my Aya. I run through so many of those fucking Sister Wolves and Reinhardts and Orochi, shit like that.
Yeah, that's what Squirrel's using as one of his mains is a mechanical.
Both
He does
puppets
pretty
are
good.
good. Both puppets
Both
are
puppet.
good.
Well, the new
Yeah,
one's better.
both of them are good.
Puppet Eye is way better than mechanical puppet in a lot of senses. The only thing I'll say that mechanical puppet is better in is tanks.
Yes.
Any attack puppet Aya just eats.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're both really
At
good.
least what I.
Like the problem with Puppet Eye is you really need that T10 and wings, but it's so easy to get 50% tear suppression now. That's the big problem.
Well, I find with puppet Aya, the main thing is, especially if you're not a spender and you don't have 3-piece, is you got now this stage game you kind of have to have Phoenix.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with mid players and low mid like I am. Canes and Phoenix and all of that is just out of our range.
Well, Kane should be easy to
So
get.
we
That's
have to
harsh.
we have to be creative on how we get them
Yeah.
if we can get them.
Canes
And
should
so
be
yeah,
easy.
Kane should be easy as hell to get. You can get it from the All Star shop now. Is it All Star or World? I think.
I think it's All Star.
Yeah, All Star you could get Canes, so that's not that bad anymore. But the other ones, yeah, you're gonna spend a bunch
Yeah.
of gold getting them.
It's only
I was
2,000.
surprised. I was surprised at getting tear suppression uh, skill the other day. I
You, re-
usually can't reach them two.
you really do need Phoenix though. Phoenix is it's so good. I mean, it's not gonna let you win
We only
everything,
need
but
about $1,000 to play with.
Not really.
no.
Phoenix, it's actually you think it's expensive. It's really not, especially if you have a decent gold vendor.
Yeah, it's not. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much because we're on the stream, but 120 bucks, you'll get like 800k gold. That's Phoenix.
Yeah, that's easily Phoenix.
Coming up with it is coming up with the cash when you're in an almost homeless situation is
Oh
near
no,
impossible.
for sure. I'm just saying it's not going to be like $1,000. That's all I'm saying.
No, if I had $1,000 right now, I'm at 234 mil. If I had $1,000 and I played the events just right, I could probably pop up into 300 easy enough and make a decent DS that I could go after folks and really back up Squirrel.
DS. I will say this: nowadays, DS is just tricky to run.
She is.
She's not as OP as she used to be.
She's better than Blader.
Uh,
I can
that take
say
much.
that much. I had to switch from Blade to go up to DS. He had reached as far as he could reach.
He doesn't reach very far.
Yeah.
Just being
Yeah,
there.
even with three-piece gear, three-piece gems on his gear, he can only go so far. That's it. I mean, he's good for sniping if you want to catch somebody in a GC and smack the crap out of them without them realizing. He's good for that, but for the other,
Well, we've had. So we had Cass, and if you could get 25 monsters, that's 100k gold right there. And then we've had like 3 of those behemoth um events back to back. Because we're in one right
yeah.
now. And what is that? That's I mean, it's more than 50K, but it's 50K gold at the minimum if you can get 10. So that's 150K. So that's, I mean, that's 250K gold right there, just off like events and casts over the past couple months.
I'm sitting just over 500, and I've been sitting on 500 for a little over a month and a half.
Yeah. So
But I
if you
stretched
could,
at five. But I stretched at 500 over a full year. I don't stretch it for like a month or two. I stretch it for the whole way around.
well, if you could get 600K, that should be plenty for Phoenix. And Phoenix Phoenix is
It's a game.
a game changer.
Yeah.
Phoenix lets you
But
fight up.
so limited income, I do get what you're saying though. 500K gold. If you get 600K and you spend it on there, you might not be able to shield for the next year.
No, it's
Even
not that
even
big.
though you might get eights out of time and space, you won't get enough eights to cover yourself. Right now, I'm already strapped for speeds for GCs, and I got 2 people sending me stuff for speeds.
Just come visit me.
What? But I'm the boss of my guild. I can't just run off whenever I want to go run. I have to invite people to come here. It's not like it's chaotic.
Well, we're on live stream, so I'll put it this way: I have 7 quote unquote friends that play the game
Yeah,
with me from my device.
I got a few friends
Yeah.
too.
Friends are a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
My
why I need to get a friend back in my sister guild. That way I have eyes on GC.
my
I hate not having eyes.
my friend
I hate not having those eyes.
just started fighting like the level like 18, 19 monsters for gold, and he's got a good 400K sitting there.
Wait, Grinch, you have a friend?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were like you had no friends. That was like your thing.
No. I have friends, and then I have friends.
And then he has relatives that are friends.
Yeah, yeah. Relatives. I've got 5 twin brothers, and they all play this game.
Well, luckily I got a nephew. He doesn't really like the game, but I've taught him enough of it
Bro, I'm okay.
My
So
wife,
that he can jump on and cover whenever I want him to.
if you
my wife has an account, but now her account she runs from quote unquote my device as well.
yeah. Okay,
She only made it to like 10.
this is the best advice I can give you if you are like free to play, right? Get a friend to make an account and then wait, 6 months or whatever for them to go to open, and you can easily have, I mean, you don't even got to play it. Like your friend doesn't have to play that much, like maybe 15 minutes a day. Like do the events, build up like at least one comm. And you, after about 6 months, when you go to open, your friend can have about 600K gold and billions of resources
And
and
speed up.
speed up. Like you can have a lot after 6 months going from closed to
And then
open.
your friend just gives you that as a friendly gesture, free of charge.
Yeah, and because you can send items to
And
people.
if you can put up with that side-scrolling game at the very beginning, that is the most annoying piece of shit I've ever seen.
I heard about that, but I haven't had a friend make an arc in a while, so I don't know the new player stuff.
I went through it because my sister had got us new phones, and the damn thing wasn't switching over to my regular. And it runs through one level then goes back to the regular game where you level up everything. Then it goes back to a level of side screening. Then back to the deal. Back. It goes back and forth at least 5 or 6 damn times through that side scrolling, and you're like, what is this crap? Where'd you? I mean, I ain't seen this damn stuff since arcade games in the 80s. And even then, I only spent a quarter or two.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
I wasn't even a thought for 15 years after that.
Because I can easily get a fourth one if I can find one of my devices not running something, and stick that on there and let him sit for at least 7 days and pick up the return call, which will get him extra gold and whatnot. Jump him up to level 13 and then move him.
I was going to say, have you been doing any callbacks or anything on your account? That also is a good way to build up your gold.
No, callbacks are not it nowadays.
No, they're fine for if you're a newbie, they're fine. Like if you simply played the game the first day and then shut off for about 7 days, do something else, and come back, then you get enough to at least do a couple of 24 or 7 day deals.
Well, I guess yeah, they ramp depending on how much you spend. I do a callback on one of mine, usually like 150k gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that on mine.
I kind of just forgot that aspect of the callbacks. I'm like, oh, callbacks, free gold. It's like, oh wait.
Yeah, I don't get any of that, which sucks.
I haven't done one in probably over a year, but
I don't think I've done one on the main account for at least 4 years. And that one was only like 20k. So it matters how far up in the game you are as to how much you'll get. So for a small player, that first time, it's okay. Get yourself started. That first day, take 7 days off. Watch all the melt videos you can to get your brain in gear as to what the hell sort of goes on, and then go to Reggie and then Yoda's, and then come back.
Did you just say Reggie?
Yes, unfortunately, I did say Reggie.
I think we just found the source of his problem.
Hey, I didn't say I listened to everything intently. I just said I listened to it, just like Yoda and Melt. I mean, you can't do much with Melt. I mean, he finds dead bats on the side of his garage these days.
Yo, where the fuck is Yoda? He has not posted in a minute. I know he's in
I haven't
BDP.
even-
Is he playing anymore?
I've only seen him do maybe 1 or 2 chats, and both of those are at least a month old.
Yeah, because he doesn't really post anymore, and I usually a few months ago at least. I mean, it could have been longer at this point, but he would like post in Discord and stuff. But like, I haven't seen him do YouTube. I haven't seen him post in Discord. Like, did he quit or like what happened to Yoda? Yoda, if you're watching this, like what's going on?
I don't know. You got what, like 4 viewers? Maybe he's one of them.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm one of them.
Here, let me go watch your YouTube stream while we're chatting, so it gives you another viewer.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Like half the reason why like I don't really want to do this like every weekend anymore is Not just because it's like there's not a whole lot to really talk about in the game right now, but like I don't really get many viewers, and it's like what's the point if like barely anybody watches?
Yeah, these days they want to watch the GC finals and stuff and talk
Pretty
shit,
much.
and that's
Yeah, but that's kind of hard for Grinch to do since he's in the finals. He can't be streaming with our
Yeah.
chat.
I tried the one finals. I think was it the first time? No, it wasn't the first time we won. It was the finals before that. I tried to stream and play in the final. Like I had like the stream and everything on like I had my headset on and like headphones and I tried to listen to call outs plus having like YouTube and I wasn't really doing a whole lot in the game, but it was rather difficult to like manage both of them at the same time.
I had to help you a little bit.
Yeah, there was like people were talking in both of my ears and I was trying to play and yeah, it was rough. And then I started having
Like I
to
had to
do
help Yoda out with his.
yeah. And then I had to start doing call outs as well, so it's like yeah, I can't play and stream at the same time. And there's like no one else to do it. Like
Now, have you thought about covering like the matches outside of ours in finals,
yeah,
like the
the past two
losers match?
seasons, yeah, the past two seasons, I covered third and fourth place, like the fight for third and fourth. I did stream those, but I can't stream the finals because it's too much.
Well, no, because you're involved in the finals.
Yeah, and like nobody really cares about anything other than third and fourth place, and then first and second. So there's really only two matches people care about, and I'm in one of them. So I can only really stream the fight for third and fourth place every season.
Not a bad problem to have.
But those are actually like the third and fourth place and stuff like that's actually my most viewed streams. Like because people will actually watch those.
Well, I'll say I think lately though, I think the third and fourth place match has probably been more exciting than the first and second one, like last season.
Yeah. Well, no, because I mean, if I could have streamed it, did I? I don't remember if I streamed it. But the one where the first one we won, where it came down to like the last few seconds, that was a really good match. But last season was we
That's what I mean. Last
that one was bad.
that was half.
That one was bad. It was like 30 minutes, and everybody was like, "All right, well, we're done."
But that's what I mean. It was over in literally like less than an hour and a half. So I guarantee last season the third and fourth place match was probably a lot more entertaining to watch.
Oh yeah. Actually, here. Let me look it up real quick because I know that those are among the more views that I get on my channel is for like the
one with
finals.
the first and I forget who it was, first and somebody else.
TFC.
Yeah, first TFC.
Yeah.
Okay, Galactic Campaign.
I at first we always try to manipulate it, like for as far as like where we end up in the brackets. Only thing I care is I want TNB on the other side of the map because if they end up on ours, it's gonna be a really boring finals.
No, come on, let's beat him in the first bracket.
That's what I mean, though.
I
Who are we gonna face in the one?
Who cares? Let's beat him in the first bracket. Let's get it over with.
Well, you might get to your wish next season. It gets to be that way. Sometimes three beat downs, they tend to say, "Forget it. Let's break up and do something different."
Honestly,
And my message to them is do it.
Yeah, because those are like the ones where I stream like third and fourth place. Those are like 200, 300 plus views. That's what people want to watch, but it's how long is the
Yeah,
season?
because they can't get into their damn setup. You try and get in there and try and watch, and it's froze. So it's easier to go to YouTube and watch you doing a deal on it.
But I wish that there was someone to stream the finals, right? Because the only other people there were like there was Reggie, he quit. I can't do it because I'm in the finals. I don't think Yoda really cares that much to stream it. Like there's no one to like you know what I mean?
And I've not got the setup to do it.
Like it I wish there was someone. You know what I could do?
And we definitely can't have Raz do it. That'd be a debacle before it even started.
Well, I mean, it's not like he'd be doing much in game. He could just comment.
I think this is the most he's contributed to a finals match yet.
Well, if he thought he could do it, he'd be touting himself as God Almighty, the Savior of TNB, and God's gift to Ark of War, and
Guys,
be a
guys,
never-ending hearing of what he could do.
he'd be like, guys, come look at this one replay. I killed some T11.
Shit.
But don't look at the other 10 where I got my ass beat.
By those T11.
Or a T10.
You know, it
No. Remember, he's got that suppression comm now that he's going to shock everyone with.
yeah, it's so shocking.
What?
Who-
You built a utility build that's been around for like ever now? I am shocked.
Who would have thunk it?
He stole my idea.
I'm happy he's around to innovate these new builds.
Or at least show every flaw in it.
You know, the worst thing is like after like a week, he took the tier suppression off, and I'm like, dude, what do you? You were like kind of winning sometimes. Why did you take it off? And then he just started getting rolled over.
Oh my goodness. Like when he was sending like a couple thousand T11 in on Sister Wolf.
It's like, bro, you were doing all right. Like you could win some fights, but like you took it off. Like why would you take it off? That don't make no sense.
And that's not a cheap skill to take off and put back on.
No, because then you got to do GGM again.
Yeah, and if you look at the price of absolute suppression, it hasn't been cheap lately.
No, because everybody wants that shit now. Fucking Ira
Yeah,
and
I
Aya.
was barely able to get it twice. So it's not cheap.
It used to be a lot cheaper. I was getting it for like 60,000. Now it's been like 61, 62.
Someone in okay, I'm not gonna try to read your name, but is 61.5 enough for Phoenix? No, 61.5 is not enough.
Not even close, bub.
Nope. 63 is the bare minimum.
And even then, I'd go 63.5.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. No, if you've already
You're going to be spending 200K at least.
If you've already
Get that
bid that,
63.
if you haven't bid it, may I suggest, well, actually, there's not much you're going to get for 61.5 that's decent, so get yourself a pair of Phantoms.
Yeah, you could do that. And I mean, if you already bid, just leave it because you can get the
Yeah, you'll get like 20 frags.
Yeah, you'll get the 20 frags, which is about the best you can hope for. Yeah,
Well, let's. Oh, I got a second. Take a peek.
even do GGM that much.
I tried it 2 months ago, and I think I got 56, 57, something like that.
Yeah,
But I spent close to 100K doing it.
what I said is probably the only thing really you could get with 61.5 is the Phantoms.
Yeah, but even then, you might as well just
Yeah, you better off getting frags.
just get the frags, because honestly, a fucking 30 bot it's whatever. Unless you need phantoms, which they're not great. Unless you can get them. Can't you get phantoms from the World Shop? I think. Maybe.
Let me see.
Yeah, you can get phantoms. 48K if you really need them. You'll let me know next. Okay. Yeah, even if Phoenix were to dip in price, it's not going to dip to 61.5. It would dip to like 62.5, 62.6. I think is the lowest I ever seen, which was shocking.
By the time it does dip, that means there is something more powerful than Phoenix up.
Well, no, it's see, I don't think it's gonna dip because once all of the top end, high end players get all the Phoenix they need, other people are gonna still want and need Phoenix, so it's gonna be the new Canes. It's gonna be high as shit until something else comes out, which is probably gonna be a while. I don't see Phoenix dipping anytime soon. Phoenix is pretty much good for everything except for tanks. And there's not that many tank comms right now.
What's the nuance today?
So yeah. Yeah, so if I were you, I would just keep your bid if you already put it in. Yeah, I mean there's not really much else to really talk about. This event is bleh. Is what it is.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Hey, I picked up a couple Sunraven blueprints from the Aethercoin shop. About the only good that came out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my 50 little tokens and I'm gonna pick up what box is it? This one. The
I told you I got to get Sunraven on this account.
One with the 40, the 35, and 30.
yeah, this is what I need. I need the hyperspace crystals.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to decide on, whether I want the bots or whether I want to get the crystals.
Oh, don't get the bots one.
Don't get the bots
Yeah.
one.
Well, the only reason to get the bot one, besides I need them,
No.
is the 30K. Is the 30K gold?
No.
No. Hold on, which one is it? It's this one, right?
Now the
Yeah.
wormhole stuff is going to be 20K.
Bro,
Besides what you get.
40 bots
That is
is no. You get a 40 bot, a 35, and a 30. That is terrible value.
Uh,
yes.
It's terrible.
but So I
non-negotiable.
need some 40 gear, and that is about how I'm getting most of it right now.
World Event Shop, my man. World Event Shop.
Yeah, that's gonna be your best place.
Except I'm trying to get a Geist Stone, and so far I'm up to 50k.
What do you have for 20 bots? Like just from passively collecting them.
Passively about 4, because I've been using them mongoose to jack everything I got up to 30, and then go from 30 on up. But I pull from the shop.
When you
But
recycle, do you attach an energy stone to them to get your Geist and Spirit frags?
occasionally, if I got them, I'll add something on there. I'll find something cheap in the lineup and throw it on there and do it. But
Really?
usually I sell off a bunch of that junk stuff. Anything below 20, I get rid of. I don't save. Try not to save too much of them junk stones. End up with about 400 or 500 of the damn things, and it's cheaper for me to just get rid of them and use the deal to jack up to 15 or 20.
Dude, I got so many of those fucking sitting.
Well, I gotta get 3-piece on this account for you.
You'll be playing a while.
Oh, I
I
got.
got so many bots sitting waiting.
What do you mean we'll be playing a while?
You don't even have one piece yet, do you?
I have half a piece.
Yeah, you got
And then
half a piece.
and then I got a quarter of another one. I'm working on 2 simultaneously.
Oh, okay. No,
Hopefully
don't use
next
your
cast
coins. Right? Don't use your coins for the bots. And if you're gonna use like someone commented in chat, if you're gonna use the 20 coins for resources is good only if you do the food parts. 20 coins for the electricity and gas is fucking terrible.
Even then though, nowadays I don't even think that's such a great deal anymore. The food and parts for coins.
That's the only one I would do. I would not do electricity and gas.
No, but I mean, out of all the things in the shop, if you're going to spend on food and parts, I personally would get your crystals. I go for the crystal pack. Know what I mean? Hyperspace or wormhole crystals, whichever one it is. I go for your crystal pack.
That's the majority of the time. That's what I do. Is just the crystal deal. I don't bother with the ones. The bot one, I'd only do it just because right now I got 340s, a 36 and 35 on my DS.
I mean, it's easy enough to get resources in the game. You know what I mean? Like, you can barter for resources. There's people I know that will trade shadow matter for food and parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
like, there's a lot of ways to get resources. But those crystals, if other than unlimited ones, you have to spend to get them or grind them out of events. So for me, that's the better value what he has right there. 2,000 wormhole crystal, which is huge, and then 3,000 hyperspace, which you'd have to spend for or grind.
I mean,
and then unlimited, if you're under like T11, those are good to propel you forward as well.
Yeah, this pack right here is about $200. Because usually, if you spend $200, you'll get 2,000 wormhole, you'll get about 2,000 hyperspace, and 3,000 unlimited. So this is about $200 value right here.
And then go look at the resource one. How much are you actually getting in food and parts?
120 million.
Okay, that's right? like $2 through a vendor. You know what I mean?
Get you about, if you got 3 or 4,000 of the wormholes, that'll get you about at least 4 or 5 of the talents if you do
Yeah,
it right.
Yeah,
altogether,
'cause-
that's what 240 million between the food and the parts.
yeah,
So quarter of a billion.
which is
Yeah.
That's $3 through a vendor,
yeah. What's
opposed to $200 worth of crystals.
yeah? What's a billion? 14 right now, depending on the vendor. You can get a billion.
I pay
So
I pay 13 per billion food and
yeah,
parts.
so that's like okay. The only time that you should use your coins for this, right? You should only ever do it for food and parts, and you should only ever do it on a friend's account that may or may not need to send them
To you.
to a bank at some point. You know what I mean? Like, you feeling what I'm saying? If your friend doesn't really play
Yeah.
his arc anymore, and there's no need to like upgrade, that's about the only time you should be buying this, and it should only ever be food and parts. Spending 20 coins for electric and gas, it's just not. It's a terrible value.
So that's just my advice. Anyone that, especially if you're not a spender, I would highly suggest just focusing on the crystal packs. Unless you're going for like some kind of gear, like when they have the Gen 2 box or whatever.
Are they
Yeah.
gonna have the Gen 2 box?
Or Gen 3 box, whatever ones they have up.
They had a Gen 3 box
Oh.
yesterday, I think.
Yeah, you got,
Don't tease me with this Gen 2 box. I need one.
I don't know if they're gonna
But-
have Gen 2. I have no idea.
I'm saying if they do, and that's
I think I saw Gen 2, but
No, I think it was yesterday. It was a Gen 3 box. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
Gen
they're-
Yeah, it was Gen 3
that's like your butterfly blades and
siphon.
siphonizer and
But that's the kind of stuff like you should be thinking about, like Gen 2, Gen 3, wormhole crystals, hyperspace. That's the stuff that you should be spending these crystals on. You shouldn't be spending them on, or like Sunraven. But like you shouldn't be buying resources. You shouldn't be buying bots. The only other thing that I will say that you should get is you should pick up your what are they fucking called?
are you talking about the potion?
You should be picking up your Paraloper if you don't have them yet. Pick those up because you're gonna need them at some point. Because I think it
Yeah,
was,
I mean, a lot of people have your potion for what, 10 coins? You can get a potion for 30 days. So if you save up a lot of
yeah, most of my guys have picked up 3 of them so far, and I told them save those 3. Don't blow them.
yeah, wait
Yeah.
till you have like a billion plus meta and pop one and turn it all into crystals.
yeah.
The idiot
So
that the first time the potion came out, I used the damn thing, not realizing I screwed myself for no reason other than to
Well, yeah,
open the bottle.
that's $50 value, that potion. You have to spend $50 to get one.
yeah, and the
Yeah,
only
and
other
it
way
doesn't come around very often.
to get them is through these meta coins that are going on right now. So I would recommend, if this is your first event, and like you probably can't do it now because they did it the first day, but use your coins, save up your coins. Don't buy anything. Save them up. Buy the fish because you can get the fish from this event, and buy the ray, the vector electric ray. You don't need the crab, but buy those two, the fish and the electric ray, because you're gonna need those. You're gonna need those for GC, and you're gonna need them for CAS. So
They're super helpful.
it's better to get them now, get them out of the way, and I would recommend buying at least one of those Paralopa potions. You get one for free when you first start the game, but I think I have one. The domestication potion, that's what it's called. Buy one of those so you can always have one on hand. Have one? Yeah.
Always have one on hand as he doesn't find one.
Wait. No, I know I have. Where are they at?
Yeah, because
There you
I
go, right here.
think if
Grinch, they're in
Christopher
other. They're right at the
deal,
top.
you'll get a chance at a free potion now.
Yeah. So I have 2 right now. I would say always have at least 1 on hand just in case. Buy your 2 fish as fast as you can because they may not seem like you need them now, but it's better to have them as soon as possible. Buy those, get a domestication potion. You get 1 when you first start. I would suggest buy another one because the coins are going to be much cheaper to get than spending $50. So get a couple domestication potions sitting there, get your crab and your electro ray and all that shit, and then worry about Gen 2, Gen 3, wormhole crystals, worry about that kind of stuff later.
And honestly, if you're like a low spender, the Sun Raven will probably end up being the last thing you focus on because it's definitely harder to get all of them.
It is.
For a low spender, what you want to do is make sure you got your forge totally open. So you will be going after the one deal with the resources for a while. But once you get that open, stop playing with the resources from them super chests and go for your
You can get resources.
crystal.
Resources aren't a big thing.
Yeah, and if you're in a family guild, all you got to do is ask, and somebody's going to help you out.
Exchange them for locker room favors. You'll get what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did the friends and family program and got mine open about 4 months ago. But I've only got the the tangling or the pants that I've fully completed. But I'm not gonna bother with forging those.
Just be like Grinch and get yourself an Uncle Aries.
Or like I need 2 of them.
Yeah,
So what I'm hearing is
That and I need 2 more people to show up that are over 200. They got a decent Sister Wolf and a decent Reinhardt and maybe a puppet or an Orochi.
how much you pimping them out for, Aries?
Huh?
How much you pimping them out for?
Who?
Grinch.
What? Why am I being pimped out?
Uncle Aries over here.
No, I call myself Uncle Aries to Grinch because I randomly send him resources when he doesn't want me to.
Yeah, I
Wait,
don't.
I have a
I
question.
don't want them. Yeah, what's up?
Why are you guys focusing on the paraloper potions? I almost never use them. I literally have 52.
52 what?
Yeah, but for a low spender,
I have 52 domestication potions.
Hey,
Why are
first
you
off,
using those?
How the
are you a spender?
Yeah.
Then that's
there's the difference right there.
that's
If you're
A
not
low spender is gonna like I am. I got 3, and I'm not gonna spend those 3 until I hit at least $1 billion in deal. Otherwise, they're just gonna sit there.
That's what I mean. If you're not a spender, those potions are like gold because you save up all that meta and you can turn it into HC to unlock research and stuff like that. Whereas if you're a spender, it's not a big deal because you're buying crystals anyways.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I guess I forgot that you needed. I was just thinking about them for the speed ups on troop training, and that didn't seem worth it. But I kind of forgot that you needed them to do the
Yeah,
conversion.
you got to do the
Yeah,
domestication
yeah.
shit.
See
Yeah,
all out of them.
Because you
Yeah,
get about 10,000 HC, and that's like 20 UC right off the bat.
Because if you're spending and
Yeah.
you're getting your
Conversion.
Yeah, if you're getting your UC and your HC from like packs and stuff, you forget that you can even do that because like that's not where you're getting your
Right.
crystals from.
Yeah, well,
So
not only
yeah,
that, but I burn all the metacrystals every pack, right? So
yeah.
they're like gone.
See, in your
But when you get
situation, you
low
value
spenders,
them for different reasons.
I say low spenders, it's all about grinding to get stuff you can't get otherwise.
Mm.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right. I just wasn't thinking about that. I
It's
got
a total night and day thing. Spenders will be talking like it's getting like getting a drink of water from the tap. For a low spender, it's like going across the Sierra to go get that drink from the tap.
Yep.
You have to grind at it. Just like I got a mysterious warrior. I want the goggles. I want the ambition, and I want the fire pants because I want to make damn sure to prove Melt wrong that set makes a difference on Mysterious Warrior. And now that they got Muramasa and the butterfly knives,
well,
he can be a serious contender in certain spots.
it's not that hard to prove him wrong though.
Yeah, well, and honestly,
That's-
nowadays Stella's probably the better option at that. But
Yeah, she is.
What about that Moxie though?
I personally still take Stella.
I mean, I used to run a Stella with dual blades and loved it until cons came out. And now you don't get any of that for the first round, and you're basically dead by the time anything matters, right? Like,
Well, all
why use
depends.
Stella for anything?
My Stella build, it usually doesn't make much difference if they have canes or not.
Same with Moxie.
But what are
No,
you doing to nullify canes? Are you just running a tank Stella with?
I
with
run a hybrid tank Stella. Like I run Pupils, Broken Fortress, Maroc, Megrez, and Battle Guys. So it's tanky with a bunch of HP. I have like 400% dodge and then a bunch of accuracy. And it also comes down to talons, know what I mean?
The Ares is a lot different than mine. Mine's a pure fucking glass cannon build, and I send low troops. So when I first get knocked out, Phoenix triggers and it nullifies canes.
Well, me, I don't worry about canes as much because between Broken Fortress and Maroc and the overall tankiness, usually I can survive till I can trigger.
Interesting, because I'm running Phoenix and Broken Fortress on my Aya, and surviving in the first round is, if I'm not taking them down first, is still pretty dicey.
Well, there's a difference between Tank Stella and Aya, though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not. I mean, I've got Phoenix and Broken Fortress, but other than that, I'm not trying to be tanky, really. So
And my Stella's not done. I got stuff I want to do to change it, but like, because I want to throw Nantos on her. And I'm actually debating switching over to what's the name of that? The infantry headpiece. I'm drawing a blank. The green one.
The one
Oh,
that just came
The one
out.
that just came out.
Wrath, the old one, Wrath of Stars or whatever.
The old one for damage reduction, shit ton of
Oh.
HP.
Yeah, that's right.
Wrath of Stars.
Because again, mine is mostly tank, and I run transcenders for tear space. So if I throw Nantos on, I don't need the accuracy from the pupils. I still get DR in the Nantos. And crit with her, right? So I'm replacing Battle Geist with a better version with accuracy, which allows me to get rid of the pupils. Don't need the accuracy from that. And the HP I'm losing from pupils, well, the Wrath has way more. Still, it has DR, whereas pupils don't. And if I'm losing the dodge, honestly, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? If I could, I'm gonna be able to take the hit a lot better, and I can awaken dodge.
Yeah, I mean as bad as some aspects of this game has gotten, at the very least, you can build usually a lot of commanders multiple ways.
Well, like in the build I just named, it's not that expensive to build, other than Broken Fortress. Like you could do without the Maroc. I mean, it's great, but it's not required. The only expensive piece on the build I said was Broken Fortress, and then if you decide to go Nantos, but Battlegeist work in the meantime.
Broken Fortress isn't that hard to get though nowadays.
Well, no, but I mean, I'm talking about for low to no. I mean, that's just grinding out Gen 2 boxes.
Yeah, it's not that bad now. Like, I mean, it's not easy, but you don't
No,
have
but
to
Months
spend.
ago it was a pain in the ass. Now it's
out
fairly.
of all the pieces I named, though, that's the only one that takes any effort.
Mm,
Hey,
yeah.
maybe y'all two can help me real quick. I'm getting rid of my Alcade. Any advice on what to replace it with?
On what?
Moxie out of the Gen 2 boxes.
Dim Light, maybe?
Well, I'm running dim light. I wasn't sure between Broken Fortress and Acela.
I'm,
Uh,
are you looking for survivability on Moxie? Because then you want Broken Fortress. But me, personally, I'm trying to figure out why you'd get rid of the Alcade in the first place. Moxie's usually a high attack com.
Because I want to have a piece of gear that I can switch, or I want to be able to switch that set to Ira if I need.
Oh shit, it's you resistance. Okay, so I know your Moxie build.
Because Ira's just chilling with 1.6 million leadership, nothing to do.
No, I didn't realize it was you talking. I don't look at who's in the chat. No, I mean, yeah, no, I know your Moxie build.
my answer is
I mean,
always Broken
how much?
Fortress.
Well, no, the issue though is how much is that missing accuracy going to affect you with Moxie?
Dog, I don't hit unless I trigger a gem, so that little bit ain't gonna bother me.
Even with the Alcade, you're missing a lot.
Maybe that's
Even without, dude, I'm pure glass cannon.
maybe that's your problem.
But with usually with pure glass cannon though, you still build up all your accuracy because it doesn't help to be a glass cannon if you can't hit.
Oh, I hit, dog. I hit, and Sagittarius triggers.
But that's what I mean. You're relying on a 20% gem though. So 1 out of 5 times you trigger, you might proc that and do damage.
I hit everything but like dodge, black, and infantry comms. Infantry comms, I have to trigger something to hit.
Huh.
I'm gonna keep the Alcade, but I just want to have.
I mean, it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to have a swap out piece. You know what I mean? If you're
Yeah.
going to get Fortress, I keep that Alcade gemmed.
Yeah, I am. I'm going for a freaking another thing of Phoenix right now. I'm at 63,740.
Yeah, so you're not talking about a permanent switch. That's what I thought you were talking about. I'm sitting here like, but no, as a swap out gear, no Broken Fortress would be fine.
See, the reason why I always say Broken Fortress is because A, we're in like a multi-hit meta right now, and Broken Fortress is really good for that. B, even afterwards, like it's an amazing piece that can go on so many different commanders. You can put a
I
Broken
need that
Fortress.
mighty shield.
Well, and now can I
Good luck
tell you
with
the
that.
one negative Fortress?
There's
Like,
a few
well,
negatives.
there is a negative.
There's a few negatives.
I would say we're also in a very high IDR meta.
Yes.
It's not as effective as it to be. IDR is so easy to put on almost any comm,
Yes.
even without Fulmahome. Every infantry comm should have IDR built into them. Know what I mean?
Yeah, with talents and yeah.
Precise strike and Broken Fortress is useless.
Yeah, but a lot of people opt in POI over precise strike.
But that's the thing people also have to remember is you can swap talents mid-fight. I do it all the time with my infantry account. I'll swap from power of infantries to precise strike in between battles if I know someone has a Broken Fortress.
Oh, I haven't. I've built myself around precise strike.
Well, I usually don't need it because I run Puppet on my infantry arc, so he has it built in. Again, infantry has it made against Broken Fortress. But yeah, I run Puppet on my infantry arc. But like certain cases, like if I'm facing a Mysterious Warrior or something like that that's running really high dodge, what I'll do is I'll take the Soul Cutter off. I'll put on a second Alcade, switch over to Soul Reavers, and put Precise Strike on.
Interesting.
And I bop them. You know what I mean? Like, they can't dodge me. My Puppet doesn't have a guaranteed hit, and I don't rely on Sagittarius, but I have Soul Reavers. You know what I mean? And he's
Yeah.
completely armed with accuracy.
Yeah, I do the same talent switch on Puppet Aya between if it's a low Sunraven environment where I don't have to worry that much about rebound, I'm running spread shot on everything except a Reinhardt, and then I'm switching to power of walkers to make sure my steam cannon gets off. And you can just flip flop that right in the middle of the stack.
Which I gotta ask though, why Steam Cannon on Aya?
To take out Reinhardt, I run a T12 Aya, so I'm not running.
Okay, that's why I was wondering. That makes more sense. I was sitting here like, geez, my T10 Aya with Aya with wings wipes them out before I even get to the back row.
Yeah, no, I'm running T12 and I'm running 50% tier suppression without absolute suppression at all. So if I run into a T10 puppet, I squash her. And then if I run into a Reinhardt, I flip the power of walkers and I squash them. And if I run into anything else that isn't Sunraven, I switch to spread shot and I squash them.
Oh no, it definitely makes sense. I just didn't realize you were talking about T12 Aya because every Aya I've been running into lately has been T10 or T11. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm avoiding that across the board because I feel like you get that 15% arc modification for tier suppression eventually, and it's a long road. Eventually, you'll get another 20% tier suppression out of arc modifications. It's my end goal build, and I've already done the math. Will have 100% penetration and 100% tier suppression on Aya. And then anybody who's running a T10 or even a T11 IRA or Aya will be out of luck. But
I'll put it this way to you though. I've had luck against tier suppression builds using T10 Aya. You know why? Because I run Andromeda with my power walkers on T10 walkers, and then I run T12 in the back. So as long as my front three slots with all the wings trigger, especially in cast, trigger Andromeda once on each slot, and I could shut you down, all those ramps you still get from those procs in the T10 still count, even though it's doing 0 damage. You're still stealing attack and upping your crit, and then the T12s, when they hit hard as fuck.
yeah, I don't really have problems with it. I think in part it's because I'm running a dodge build, so you're missing a lot. Obviously, you can if I just kind of leave it on power of walkers. I'm also mostly running steam cannon for when I run into Reinhardt's. So I'm stripping a guaranteed hit, which it's not. Hey, it's not 100% effective or anything. I is going to trigger that puppet dance a lot, and it's going to cover all the slots, right? But it's enough. I generally don't have any problems with any T10 IAs at all. T11 is still a problem because they can still get through the tier suppression I have at the moment because I don't have that extra 20%.
No, and then
Which
I'll
which
ask,
is like
are you
which
running?
is like that level 61 that you have to get to for that extra 20% though is a long way. I mean, I did the math on that. You need 15,000 more. I'm at like 28 or 29 right now, and you need 15,000 more points to get to that arc modification the way it scales up. So God knows how long that will take.
Before I actually go into this, Grinch, am I allowed to talk about that on live stream, or is that sacred info?
What are you talking about?
The sculptor aspect in
Hey.
regards to certain comms.
No, you can talk about it. If people don't know, I mean, most everybody should know by now.
Are you running sculptor on your build against the other Ayas?
Yeah, I'm running Sculptor. I'm running Phoenix, Sculptor, Khan, and then I run a like a 2-piece Libra for the extra
Well, because
tier suppression.
that sculptor actually helps negate Aya's buildup effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that could be part of it. That between dodging, so he can't steal from me if I dodge, steam cannon to at least be a small antidote to some of your guaranteed hit, sculptor to strip that off. It kind of gets into a decent space, and T10 Ayas just die before they can get anywhere.
No, it sounds like you have a decent build. I know I've just had some luck against some T12 comms with T10 Aya because I shut them down from Andromeda. Might not always work, but I have had it luckily happen before.
Yeah, and I've been hit by Andromeda and will get a little bit of shutdown, but if I'm leaving it on Power of Walkers, doesn't Andromeda doesn't get through Power of Walkers, does it?
I was actually about to ask
No.
that. I'm not actually sure.
No.
Yeah, so I think that's the other aspect of it is we're going the first round. Unless I've swapped to spread shot, if you're trying to hit me with Andromeda, it's not working. You're doing 0 damage or missing from the tier suppression and the dodge, and then I just flatten you. My biggest bane with the build that I have is definitely Sunraven rebound because
No, what
it's
about
painful.
against the ones with Phoenix?
Say that again. Sorry.
I said, how do you fare against the ones with Phoenix? Because obviously your first shot on them isn't killing them, and you don't.
Yeah, and that's why I like to swap over to spread shot because then I'm hitting them with awakening and with the normal hit, and then I get spread shot as a follow up. But if they're running and all those initial hits work well with healing field, even if they're running Sunraven. But if they're running Sunraven, spread shot does not trigger the heal.
I love it. I really do. Such a good talent.
Yeah, but it's just difficult to deal with spread shot. The other thing I've been playing with, which is interesting, trying to deal with Sunraven, because that's my Achilles heel, is running, believe it or not, Ethereal Strike. And the reason is because that gets me one more hit at the back row, and that triggers at the same time as Awakening, which means that two things. One, it gets the same damage boost that you see on Awakening from Aya in the row, but now you're getting one in the back, and you're getting a because it triggers at the same time as Awakening, it also triggers Healing Field. So it's one more hit that you can get in where Sunraven rebounds, but Healing Field fixes it, which is not true of Spread Shot. Spread Shot, you're just taking it in the shorts because no heal happens. And that gives me a 1-for-1 trade when Spread Shot fires against Sunraven, where the slot that fires the Spread Shot hits a T12 slot and it blows up. And so I do take that slot out, but I lose my slot to the rebound. But if they're running too much T10, it doesn't really matter. I can spread shot them, squash their T10, they rebound, but that doesn't work because of tier suppression. It's not horrible. Like in Cass, I kept running into Squidward and Adri from first.
Yep.
And they would clear through a whole bunch of people in the stack, and I would always either stop them, beat them, but be so mangled that I would always lose the next one, or they would beat me, but they would be so mangled that they would always lose the next one. But the key for Squidward and Adri for me was just trying to deal with Sunraven, where I got a better outcome than just we kind of killed each other. And that's why I was messing around with Ethereal Strike. But Ethereal Strike's interesting for that reason. But it's not great because if you've already cleared the front row and you're working on the back row, Ethereal Strike's doing nothing for you. So the other thing I've been playing with is the idea of running T11 walkers with Shockwave on Aya. Again, it's just an antidote for the rebound.
Can I bring up something to see if anybody's tested it yet.
Go ahead.
So they nerfed it on King,
Oh, no.
Overlord.
Shut up.
Overdrive works.
Overdrive is awesome. Shut up.
Dog.
Don't touch it.
Everyone knows it,
Don't touch it.
Got it.
brother.
It works fine.
It's been put in the complaint box.
I'm sorry about your bad feelings. Don't touch it. It's fine.
No. I didn't do it.
What's the problem? What?
I'm not
What's
that
wrong?
big of a fucking bitch, dog.
It works.
It works fine. Leave it alone. Don't touch it.
Does it work with Aya? Is what I'm asking.
No, it doesn't.
Overdrive? Hell yeah.
Overdrive doesn't.
Huh?
Overdrive. No, that's not how it works with Aya.
Overdrive
doesn't-
works well with Aya. Maybe I'm missing something. What are you talking about?
Okay.
With Ira,
Okay.
not
No.
I.
This is what happens.
Aya.
Okay.
Puppet
So
Aya.
Overdrive on King. When King triggers his skill, whatever the hunting, whatever it is, you
Mine's-
get the first hit like normal. If you miss, you get the miss damage. But Overdrive just swings a couple more times. It's not good. Okay, on Ira, what happens is when she fires Matrix firing and she triggers Overdrive, if she misses her first Matrix firing, you get 3 Matrix firing because Overdrive attacks 2 additional times, which means she gets 3 Matrix firings, which is really good, and it should not be touched because that means a T12.
Never noticed that before.
A
That's nutty.
T12 Ira will be able to swing 3 times. She'll if she's big enough, she'll kill the first row, second row, and then she'll hit the arc, right? On Aya, when she triggers Overdrive, you get like, assuming it's, let's just say it's T12 walkers, right? You get the T12 walker, it triggers Puppet's Dance, it triggers the other shit. I can't remember all of her skills.
Prosthetic.
You only get the one trigger because Overdrive doesn't. The Overdrive trigger doesn't count as an extra attack, so when Overdrive triggers and you get the 2 additional attacks, it doesn't like trigger her skills 2 more times. So you only get the one trigger, which is why Overdrive on Aya is you can do it. It's not bad, but it's not the best.
Yeah.
It's not amplified damage.
Yeah.
There's better.
Well, here's the reason I don't use it very much is, again, Sunraven, because you don't get any heals off of that, which sucks. But here's a little sort of, I've seen a difference in opinion on how the meta works here for Aya, which is that people think that you need lots of Puppet Dance triggers, the thing that lets you increase your crit and crit damage to really get anywhere. But the thing I've always noticed is, look, you have to make a crit hit. You do have to hit with crit. But if you have a single, let's say you have no Puppet Dance triggers, you just get a prosthetic that steals the attack. What happens is you hit that first slot that you're aiming at, you don't do that much damage. Then Awakening fires, which comes after the steal of attack from prosthetic, and those other 2 slots, they get a huge hit, even without a Puppet Dance, right? So the advantage to Overdrive on Aya is that the next 2 attacks that come from Overdrive are also, like Awakening, benefiting from that prosthetic steal. And if you triggered Puppet Dance as well, so you get a little more crit damage, you're benefiting from that as well. So even though they don't give you extra triggers, like wings, right? If you're running T10, they don't give you extra triggers. The fact is, the Overdrive hits on Aya benefit from the Puppet Dance prosthetic that happens in your first go, and the damage from those Overdrive hits is disproportionate. It's much higher than you would think. And so it can be very good, except, one, if they're running Sunraven, you eat the rebound and you don't get healing field. So that right away kind of negates it pretty quickly. And then, yeah, that's the main disadvantage in my mind for overdrive.
Well, the other
But
problem is it's only a 40% trigger outside of cats.
true, but I find I wear trigger pants and then I'm running overseer at level 4, and I find it comes into play often enough. But again, it you know, the people I'm trying to deal with are Sunraven users, and at the end of the day, that just makes it a non-starter.
Yeah. Overdrive is not a bad fourth skill. It's not a bad plugin for Aya. And depending on your Ira build, it is very good on Ira because it triggers matrix firing essentially 3 times.
Yeah, I did not know that about
It
Ira. That's a pretty big deal. That's a big
So
deal.
what I'm hearing
mean-
is I need to stick 7,000 T11 infantry per slot on my IRA with overdrive.
in no, because if you're gonna do anything other than T12, Wings is always better. The only reason why you use Overdrive is for T12 Walker. If you're gonna
So
use
you get multiple attacks.
okay, if you are using T12 Walker, what is the issue with Ira when you're using T12 Walker? You only swing once.
A lack of attack.
You can't use wings.
You can't use wings, and you only swing once. That's it. So the best case scenario, you kill 1 row. That is the best case scenario. When you're using T10 walkers or T11 infantry, you always use wings because in the worst case scenario, you're probably going to kill at least one row. If you have enough, depending on what comm you go up against, depending on your gear, their gear, blah blah blah, there is a good chance that you can kill all 6 slots and kill their arc. That's the goal. The issue with using overdrive on tier 10 or tier 11 is you only get to swing 3 times on T10 walkers, right? Because you have the initial trigger and then you have the 2 attacks from overdrive. Or if you're using T11 infantry, you have to use power of infantries. And then remember that this is only a 40% trigger with no trigger gear, right? You do have to have a lot of trigger gear or be in cast in order to increase your trigger. So it's only 40%. Wings is 60%. So you're swinging twice with power of infantry. 50% TS doesn't turn off T11 infantry, but it does severely hamper your damage, and 50% TS is very easy to get. So you're only swinging at most 6 times, right? Because you get the 2 matrix firings, and you get 2 additional attacks per trigger of so many skills in my fucking head right now. Overdrive. So if you're using T10 walkers or T11 infantry, you always use wings. Except for in very, very certain circumstances, you can swap to triple axe, but wings is always better. T12 walkers, you use overdrive because that's literally the only way you can get multiple attacks. There's nothing else that gives you multiple attacks.
But then you have a harder time missing, right? So
you can, depending
that's
on
a problem.
Yeah, depending on your gear, depending on who you're fighting, what your tech level is, you can have difficulty hitting. Yes. So
Yeah, I'm a Walker main, so all my research is maxed out. And actually, if you run the standard like strength and weakened build with Ira, you're actually hurting your ability to miss more, which matters when you're running T12 walkers. But I've seen people miss with it that maybe they're not Walker mains or whatever. Somebody out there has figured out how to miss with T12. It's not me.
You
With
can.
Ira?
You can.
Yeah, with Ira. I've seen people miss with T12 walkers with Ira.
One thing that definitely helps her is if she triggers energy charge.
Yes.
Because that turns her accuracy into attack, so it lowers her accuracy every time she triggers that.
Yep. I have a hard time missing with T10 walkers with Ira. Unless I get an energy charge.
Dude, I don't even have max walker tech, and my T10 walkers hit more than my T11 infantry does. It's just the way I don't know why, but T10 walkers, they tend to hit a lot more.
Yep.
And I don't even have T12 walker tech on that arc.
Yeah, it depends. Like, you will run into situations where your T12 are gonna hit on an Ira, which is super fucking annoying, right? Because that's not what you want. Just gonna show. I'm trying to find some replays of my overdrive kicking in. T12.
I don't know. I got a replay. You want to see it?
Which I'm really hoping they don't nerf. I mean, even if they do, like, Ira's still good, it's just she's not as good.
Grinch, you want to see a good replay?
What are you gonna show?
Me fighting Ragnar
God.
the day that Castan ended.
Oh, it was Rag, it wasn't Ares. You said it was Ares.
Yeah,
the other week.
everyone got on here and they're just like, Ares, Resistance says sorry for the last day. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I fought no one the last day.
I could have swore I said Ragnar. And then I got to thinking about it afterwards. I'm like, maybe I did say Ares.
I was so confused. I'm like, I didn't fight anyone. I don't got anything in my mid center.
Did Ragnar here?
No, he's not in the chat here, no.
I helped him get rid of the crystals. I think that's what he was trying to get rid of.
Oh, he probably couldn't shield. Did you hit his arc?
No, he hit me.
Oh. Jesus.
Then that's his fucky wucky then.
Well, as you see, he tempted it at me a couple times, and I just waited for him to actually do it.
Oh, I would have loved to have fought this. You have 5,000. Oh my god. Oh, I want to fight this so bad.
Oh, I don't ever march this dog. That 5,000 is just so I don't have to heal in GC.
Oh, this would have been so fun.
I want to fight that.
I know, right?
I don't know what you. I don't know what
5,000.
you mean.
I'll throw my ICs in and we can test.
Let's get off that.
Aries got that wonky T12 Orochi that people don't expect.
Here you go. You want to fight it?
Yeah, I'm better than them. Play it. Play it. No, go back. Play it.
Play what, this?
Yeah. Oh, I would
I
love to
had
fight
first
that.
strike. I had first strike, dog.
Yeah, he has Phoenix.
That don't matter. I'm a multi-hit com with a damage reduction. IDR.
Dude, I was fighting fucking.
I want to fight it.
I was
We gotta
fighting.
set this up. I want to fight your Moxie.
And then Elf.
You'll fight me, right?
What com?
I'll use my Orochi.
Mega.
I'll do my IC march. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. How big of a march?
I'll match however big you send. How about that?
Dude,
Yeah.
that Orochi is a sleeper. Don't fucking do it.
I-
Dude, he doesn't.
You know what?
That Orochi is not
I
built like
thought-
other Orochis. He's gonna fucking bait your
I fought
ass.
it somewhere. I don't have the replay anymore, but I did fight the Orochi.
He gonna fucking bait
I
your
know.
ass.
Remember, I sent 10 per slot the first time because I didn't know what you had on the tile. You beat me, so I sent frickin' T3 in every slot and then ICs in slot 6 and blew it up.
I finally found a way to counter a mat, and fucking it ends.
Dude, that Orochi I was sending was 75 per slot. I'd get through the match, dude.
Dude, that Matt,
I-
that TNB Matt, he didn't awaken RWE one time, and the rest of CAS, he permanently awakened RWE. He did not want to get hit by me again.
Like, I think I was confused like a lot of people from TNB because you know, like their dodge puppets they had.
Oh, I was close to catching Mega Krill.
But yeah, those dodge puppets that TNB had, I was clearing them with Orochi. I think they were so confused.
See,
Am I past? Oh, don't look at these. I don't give a fuck. I'm not with first anymore at the moment.
Again?
again. They kick you out again.
I left of free will
Uh-huh. That's what they all say.
for the moment. Don't sleep on Moxie now though. Hold on, because
She's not
I do
bad.
well against
I
against
I didn't say she was
I don't
bad.
know.
most other offensive comps.
I know
I
what
didn't say
Moxie
she
can
was
do.
bad.
I know what Moxie can do. I just know what I've been able to do against Moxies. That's all.
Yeah, I didn't say she was bad.
See, I'm great against Orochis, dog.
Yeah, I specifically built mine to not suffer from Moxies and Warriors and stuff like that. Like, I blow up Mysterious Warriors all the time.
I wish I had the report so I could look at what you fucking sent.
Dude, I got too many fucking reports.
Well, yeah, you won't be able to find mine because it was the beginning of fucking CAS.
No, they were like mid to end.
Really? Because
But
I hit you once while we were fighting in, was it the gate or something? I don't remember you letting me hit you after that.
With your Orochi?
Yeah, when I switched to 75 per slot, there's a couple times I came close and then you were gone.
No, usually I'd see what's behind you, and y'all were fucking pulling out before I can even pull up the screen. So I just went ahead and pulled out as soon as I seen fucking Matt behind you.
Let me see if I can find. I doubt I will. I got so many reports, but I don't even know if I still have.
You know, my goal last cast was to make Capetta throw his fucking phone. Did he ever throw his phone? Because I loved catching him with my sister wolf, and I just assumed that he'd be pissed.
Who?
Capetta?
Anda?
No, Capetta.
Oh, Capita.
Yeah, let me go. This dude, Capetta, right?
Capita. Yeah, I guess. I
Capetta.
don't. Captain? That's how I pronounced it.
Yeah, I loved fighting him.
I don't know. He's Russian.
I loved fighting that guy.
He was never in VC or anything.
Oh.
Now I had to leave fucking my thing, so you didn't see where I had drifted away to this time. I don't need company.
Oh, just share. We won't come.
We
Nope.
can't. We got playoffs soon. It's not like we can come anyway.
Y'all have baby orcs.
Hey, my base arc is only 30 mil bigger than my main.
Or y'all have cousins, not baby arcs. We don't do that around here.
Cousins.
Yeah, my friend's arc is 816 mil. So
All the fucking battle reports are fucking.
yeah, no, I can't find any from you. They're too far down.
I don't even think I fought Resistance. Because I'm looking. I don't see it.
I would say I fought you once.
Did we?
You had T10, but I'm 50% tier suppression.
It must have been in a rally, right? Because I don't.
No, it was on tile or in a cap.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't farm at all, so it wasn't on a tile. I'm trying to look, but I don't have any.
I don't know. I hit your arc a fuck ton.
Oh, you weren't the only one. Dude,
I know.
I had so many reports.
It was depressing.
Ares, your name for the battle was Ares, right?
Yep, never change it.
Yeah, I don't think.
Mm.
I don't think I have a
Nope.
report for you.
I don't have any reports for Ares.
I told you it was like beginning, maybe close to mid, but it was beginning of Cass.
You don't know how many times I had wished I was in fucking T and B when y'all were fighting over that capital, so I could catch y'all's fucking Orochis.
Like, don't get me wrong. If I sent with Origins, you'd catch me. You know what I mean? The build I'm talking about only works when I'm running ICs.
Oh, you know what? That might be a better look. I might have cropped your name, or yeah, cropped your name out. It's IC what 1848.
What?
What is the IC like full name?
Oh,
IC
IC dash something.
1848. There we go. Now let me look through these.
I'm gonna crop my name out. What the hell?
Like I'm attacking a arc or something, and you garrisoned. It'll show their name on it.
I don't know if I ever got to you in a garrison. Well, if you ever got to me in a garrison. Oh, I found a nice Raz report, as always.
I only have one of him.
I have a couple spread out throughout. Most of them, like that one, was 300 T12, and I lost nothing.
I got too many fucking reports to go through and find.
My favorite is when I may have lost the fight, but I used 2 T10 per slot on my Aya. And that was the best.
No, I found
This thing.
a puppet one.
2 T10 per
Ares,
slot. I love doing this shit.
And those ones are expired.
do I have you on Discord, Ares?
Really not.
Usually not if I can help it.
Okay, I'm going to put something in 780 general discussion real quick. I'll delete it afterwards.
You can always put it in this chat.
I can't because it's out of my camera roll and I don't feel like trying to find it again.
There is general discussion.
I'll delete it afterwards. But that's an example of what I mean by cropping your name out.
trying to find a fight for fucking Otter, but I think he fought in rallies.
Oh, shit. I don't know. Yeah,
Was it that?
you can still see the name up under attack report banner under saved. You can still see the player's name.
No, that was I was attacking Granny. I would say that was not him because unless he changed gear. But that's when he was baiting outside of fort. It'll show their name.
Yeah, that's not my build anyways, but yeah.
Because if I type in Grinch, it shows 100 different things for Grinch, and I fought him once, and Grinch doesn't have T12.
I got box troops.
You ain't got 6,000 T12, dog, or
No,
800 T12.
no, but I got box troops. I got like 42. Hey, them 42 put in work this cast. Yeah, 42.
Then 42 would probably be the difference of me killing you and living or killing you and dying.
M42 fucking came in clutch this cast. I would have had significantly less points without those. Oh, shit.
Anybody over there upset on where they ended up on the cast 10 point board?
Yeah.
I was 119 before I fell asleep and woke up at 220 something.
Yeah, that happened. That happened a lot, unfortunately.
That was the night that rewards were being gave out.
Yeah, I was gonna stop, like pretty much stop fighting at like 1.5 or so. But I was like, alright, fuck it, I'm just gonna fight until I run out of resources. And I'm glad I did, because I think if I would have stopped at like 1.4 or 5, like I don't think I would have made the cutoff. Our cutoff was super fucking high.
Well, I had TFC over there buying points.
Not only that, but it was only 280 rewards, so you only had like 115 for quota, I think. So between all the fucking points from that big ass cast and not having 410 quota, like yeah.
See, I was nowhere near bottoming out on quota. I was freaking 30s, I believe. I'll look at it now. 30 out of 110 or so.
I'm sharing my screen so I can't look at it, but I I can't remember where I finished. I took a screenshot of my points on my place, but I didn't take a screenshot of quota, so I can't remember. I think I was like 99 or like 98 overall, I believe, at the end of CAS. I think, which for me was a lot.
With an 80 or the 90 we had, our quota was 110.
I think ours was like 115 or something, 116. Yeah, XP is in the chat. He said, yeah, our cutoff was 1.387 million. And I think at about 1.4, 1.5, I was like, I should just stop fighting. Eventually, I said, fuck it, I was so tired of fighting, but eventually I was like, ah, fuck it, I'll just fight until I run out of resources. And I'm actually glad I did, because yeah, 1.38. That's a high ass fuck. I think that's the highest quota that we've had since I've been here. I think the past couple of casts has been like 600, 500k, something like that.
I know. I barely made quota. I was like I think I was one of the last people in EXE that actually made the quota. I was at like 1.47 million.
Yeah. That was only because you didn't do your traditional Orochi. If you would have done traditional Orochi like you did last couple, there's no way you would have made that many points.
No, that's only because I figured out that March.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember this fucking build, dog.
Like, dude, like I was killing Zess resistance.
Aries, may I see this build?
What build?
The one that I fought you against. I am trying to find it.
That's
I have
proprietary.
a fuck ton of replays against no-named Orochis.
That's proprietary information that require 5-finger discounts.
I'll root for you and GC. No, can't really do anything though. Other than that.
Well, you only got two options. It's either us or TNB.
So Gengaji or Raz?
I don't know why everybody hates Kengaji. Like, he's...
Gotta say I favor Raz in this battle.
Oh goddamn. Okay.
What?
Well, definitely not getting that build now. It was nice talking.
What?
How to trigger people in 3 words?
I prefer Raz? Yeah, that'll do it.
You know how to really? I prefer Raz
Yeah, that'll...
over. I can't say it. I can't say I prefer Raz over Harris.
Is that bitch resistance? Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, XP. He just said he prefers Raz over G.
That's fine. He can prefer him. I prefer that he stop hiding behind his mommy when he fights the cast, but you know.
Wait. Who are we talking about?
Resistance. Fluffy.
Who's his mommy?
Really?
Hey, she did not yell at me one time this casting.
Well, yeah, because he hid behind her, like, afraid like a little schoolgirl. Couldn't come out and play.
Hey, I jumped
called
on
you
you.
out
You're
so
the one
many
who
times
shielded.
in open chat that you wouldn't even say anything.
Dog, I never look in open chat unless I'm bullshitting with somebody.
Oh, by the way, XP Resistance doesn't seem to believe that his Moxie would lose to my Orochi March. That one I was using in Cass.
I don't know the build. I don't remember. I'm trying to think about it.
I manhandled you when we fought.
Ooh.
On my
And
small
Reinhardt did it.
Our small march versus small march race.
You changed your name and you were in it. You got beat up.
XP. I didn't change my name during cast.
There's
Yes, you did.
Huh?
Number one.
I've been number 1 this whole time. I've been at first. Well, for this cast down.
Last cast you were Resistance. You were your real name when we played, and I full marched you.
Hey, that was different, dog. That was a T11 Moxie. Swing that right hard on this T12 Moxie.
I didn't see much of a difference.
It'll be the same result.
Yeah, they nerfed her.
I didn't see much of a difference when you upgraded.
Ooh.
I'll see y'all Wednesday.
Wednesday? Why Wednesday?
I got some things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Why Wednesday?
Grinch, are you going live on Wednesday?
I
That we didn't know about?
wasn't planning on it.
Maybe Thursday,
The fuck are you talking
whenever I
about?
have free time.
Now he's sounding like he's too good for us. Listen to this.
You gonna jump over to 780? Do it.
How,
Do it.
how's
Do it.
GC going for y'all guys?
Boring.
What do you think?
Fucking boring.
You're at TMB right below y'all.
Yeah, it's been boring fights all the way up until playoffs. That's how it's always been.
Unfortunately.
All the top guilds keep fighting the big guys, or they fight nobodies, and it's no fight until the playoffs. You should know this. Oh wait, that's right. You're in a smaller guild. You don't know.
Hey, hate on me all you want. Don't hate on first.
Oh, I don't hate on first. You know, I don't hate on the little guys. Okay,
Jesus.
I don't hate on the weenie guilds.
Oh. See, I was waiting for it to happen. I was just waiting. I was waiting.
I'll be the first to say it, and I know I'll probably get people talking shit. It's all right. Resistance hasn't said anything. That's why he's quiet. I understand.
I completely zoned out.
See? Okay, I don't want to. I want Resistance to talk to you guys, so I'll talk to you guys here in a little bit.
Oh shit. You know,
Aries,
we were doing so good
let me
this video.
let me see that build, Aries.
He said fuck you. He's on mute. How long have we been doing this for? Has it been at least an hour? Oh fuck.
Almost two.
It's been two. Okay. Yep. 2 hours
See there,
is
you
plenty.
thought you weren't going to have anything, and now you got 2 hours worth of anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I honestly was like, about 30 minutes and that'll be it. 2 hours is plenty. Plus we started the shit talking portion, which I think we can skip for right now.
No.
We can skip the shit talking portion.
Come on, Grinch.
What?
100% raw and uncut.
No.
Come on,
We can-
come on. That's like 50% of your streams, Grinch.
Yeah, I know, but like people were feeling good. We were just chit chatting, and now like people are gonna be mad. You know, I'm trying to keep it happy.
Well, that's all proprietary information, Resistance. I didn't realize I was muted. Apparently, when I reconnected my truck, it muted me. So, yeah, you got to give me a good 5-finger discount to get that build.
You mean 5-finger discount, dog?
You gotta come to 780, and you gotta take a cap from us. That's what that means.
Okay, give me a challenge, not something that's child's play.
No, I said 780.
Oh no, I want you to come to 780 because then I can I can give you the build firsthand against your Moxie.
Come on, man. I want to beat up on a.
That's the best way to see the build.
What's your power at? Resistance?
500.
Ugh. You're not even worth fighting. I need at least a bill. I need to beat up on at least a bill power.
That way you can say you're actually something for EXE.
Yeah. You know. I need more billion power 3-piece victories.
Well, now I just feel bad for beating up on the little guy.
So you should feel bad.
Don't feel bad. You didn't beat up on the little guy. You
I
also
would if you
lost to
came
the
to
little guy.
780. Yeah, 10 per slot.
How big do you think my marches are, dog?
Yeah, that's the thing though. I said 10 per slot because I was trying to give you a chance at winning.
You've got like 1,000,000 leadership.
Because I remember last cast, you was yelling at me. He's like, "You stay away from me with that Orochi."
You were fucking full marching T12. The fuck you think I'm gonna do with T11?
The same thing you're gonna do with T12.
Otter said that he's gonna sweep you. You. I mean, he didn't say
Who?
you.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't say punk ass bitch, but I'm just gonna assume that's what he meant.
Thank you.
He said, "My God, it's just weaken and barrier talents, nothing special. I see because anything else doesn't hit, just sweep him." And in my head, at the end of that, he says, "You punk ass bitch."
How dumb do you have to be to think you're gonna sweep my Orochi though? Like how much crack have you smoked?
I mean that.
I have 500+% RWE on there.
Well, you got to remember though, Otter has at least one rose. He's listening to me. He's got roses now. So
like okay,
you better
come
watch
on
out.
over and try to sweep me.
He's got roses. You better watch out.
Come fucking sweep me.
He's
Come do it.
He's got roses, bro. Be careful. Roses are the shit. He's gonna do it. He's gonna sweep you with roses. I'm gonna laugh.
I'd like to see it. I would.
It.
Yeah, 500% RWE ain't that much, dog.
So Regulus and Magrez, good luck hitting anything. Clown Ares thinking he is good, dead weight. And once again, he did not say, but I'm just assuming he wants to say, "You punk ass bitch." And I'm instigating right now, so.
It's okay. It's okay. He can think what he wants. I have plenty of reports otherwise, but.
Okay, Otter, I do like you, so I'm sorry ahead of time. Ares, if you just want Otter to not talk to you, just join first Discord. And you won't have to hear it.
Otter left.
Oh, shit! No, Ares, he just called you the Raz of 780. Which
I
is...
thought that was reserved for Gengaji.
He wants to be a douche canoe. Let him be a douche canoe. I don't hate.
I haven't heard that in a very long time. That is an old insult.
It's warranted.
That's an old douche canoe. No, wait, is that from something? Is that from like a movie or a TV show? Douche canoe.
Like... that's from Sir Otter. Sir Otter.
No, but I could have sworn that was.
It's weird though. I don't remember.
I could have sworn that was.
For all the shit he talks, I don't remember having any replays memorable with him. Huh. Weird.
Swear to God, that was from a movie or something. Ooh, he said you ain't. He said you ain't shit because I outscored you, bitch. I mean, he didn't say all those words.
Fair point.
He didn't say all those words, but I'm just kind of instigating now.
Oh.
Oh, you went robot for a second. You're still robot, Ares.
And you'll get there.
Drop out and reconnect.
But cool. I wasn't allowed to hit alts.
Ooh. Ooh.
Because it's weird. He's talking like he got so many huge fucking points, but I don't remember ever getting a replay from him. For a man that talked so much shit, you think he'd be in at least one replay.
Ooh. Otter,
I bet all the replays involve some. I bet all of his replays have second at the beginning of the opponent's name.
Ooh.
Fucking eat a dick and die, bitch. There, you don't have to instigate now.
Otter, he said he said otters are endangered. You living in zoos, son. Everyone knows what I do to Orochi and did again last cast. Maybe learn who is who. Bitch.
Really? Because still haven't seen a replay with your name. I just scrolled through all of them, and there wasn't a single fucking dead otter in there.
Ooh. You said you ain't got no replays.
If you hit someone other than your alt, we'd remember you.
Oh, gee. You said you ain't getting no points because you be weaning.
No. I wasn't part of the Weenie Guild. Remember, that was first for TNB.
We ain't gonna name the eight weenie guilds y'all had.
We did not have 8. We had. How many do we have?
6.
No.
FKU.
I don't know.
Or
It
not
just sounds
FKU.
like
No, FKU's
it just sounds like
y'all's.
someone's. It just sounds like someone's salty for getting 4th place.
Ooh.
I know
Wait,
y'all have
you run-
rings.
Didn't they get 3rd?
You can run your mouth as much as you want, but guess what? I got rewards.
Ooh, he said you can't count ruler medals. You think 3 is more than 6? You can't count.
Here, let me go get one of my 6-year-olds to teach you how to count, buddy.
Ooh.
Oh, damn, you got kids. I'd have never thought that with that fucking pullout every time I lined up against you in the Capitol.
Bitch, I didn't run from you once.
You didn't take a hit from me once either.
Yeah, that's because you fucking pulled because apparently, to your words, it was someone behind me.
You know, I
don't know.
I don't remember fighting resistance. Even in rallies, I don't remember fighting you. I don't know.
Ash Ragnar
Don't
does
get
he
mad.
I
remember.
could be wrong. I don't know.
Ash Ragnar, Caveman. Who else did I fuck up?
There's a lot of people I don't remember fighting.
Don't worry, Resistance. I just fuck with you.
What the fuck is where? I hate this new fucking iPhone update. Where the fuck are my screenshots?
Hey, did that little bitch say anything else, or I can't tell. I'm driving.
He said you couldn't even go for Cap 4, no Cap 3 without TFC. They gave you rewards. TNB had Cap 3. You even lost it to them. Well done.
Yeah, oh, wait. Who had Cat 3? Was it first?
No, it was TNB.
Oh, right. So he still didn't have Cap 3. Get the fuck out of here.
He's got a point. Like, you can't call us out for not having Cap 3 when you don't have Cap 3. To be fair. To be fair.
Okay. Congrats on your Area 1 cap, bro.
To be fair, you can't. That's not how it works. There are other things you can call us out for, but that's not one of them.
How dare you not have Cap 3 while we had Cap 1?
I'm just saying, like, to be the devil's advocate, you didn't either. So And you
God,
can't.
not only did he weenie for TNB, but now he's trying to take their credit. Goddamn.
Oh no, Belle's here. We have to be nice. Stop talking about her.
Okay, I'll be nice.
Heck, why you gonna call me out like that, Grinch?
Because I ain't trying to get yelled at.
Except for Sir Otter. He's a bitch.
He said, "Yeah, bro. Okay. Yes, we did not have Cap 3. Neither did First. So you can't. That's
But our
not.
ally did.
Yes, and our ally
Yeah,
had.
emphasis on ally.
Yes, and our ally had Cap 3. It's what.
Oh,
That's it's an
and on
invalid
top of
argument.
that, yeah.
Okay, hold on.
On
Okay,
top of that,
no,
you guys had Cap
what
3.
makes it
Guess what? Guess what? We had Sen.
what makes it valid is that was 2 100 mil guilds, and then it's a 60 million guild with a ally of a, let's see, what is TNB? 80 million. So 140 million power total against 200 mil power total. I don't know what y'all's power is
Yeah,
at.
like
I don't know what our power
TFC
is.
had anything to do with us kicking your ass everywhere except for Cap 3. They weren't on our side of the map. And y'all didn't make it to Area 4, so you didn't fight them at all.
I mean,
Did y'all kick our ass, or did y'all just stall us out with weenies?
okay, but you can't use
If
the
there were
weenie
no weenies
argument.
involved,
You can't use the weenie argument.
We use the same tactics you guys did.
no, we can. When we
Why?
can use the weenie
No, you
argument
can't.
when there was fucking 12-minute queue times to fight any fucking
Okay.
capital with a 1 hour timer.
And what was it like during every time we fought for fucking Gate 3, every time we fought for Cap 3? It was the same thing. You can't use the weenie argument. It doesn't work. It makes
You
no
can't
logical
say you
sense.
locked us out of somewhere.
You
There's
can't.
like 3-minute hang time. There's like 3 to 4. Yeah. Well, we can say we made it to Area 4 and was holding Sen.
It was CHN. It doesn't count. Okay, here's the thing. You can't. This doesn't just go. This goes for EXE first, TFC, whoever, TNB first, whatever. You can't talk shit about EXE not being able to hold Cap 3. And first is like, EXE, you can't hold Cap 3, when TNB is the reason why you held Cap 3. Just like TFC held Cap 3 on their side, which is how we got Descent. You can't say, weenies are the only reason why EXE was able to hold on to their shit, while you are not only a weenie guild, but you have 3 other guilds weaning for TNB as well. First, second, FKU, TNB, CHB, you were all in the gate fight and the cap fight, so you cannot say, it's because of weenies. That is illogical, and it makes no fucking sense.
Like I said, a 2 hour timer, though. On a 1 hour timer is completely different. You get 3 fights in before the battle's over.
Okay, whether it's first attacking our gate 4 going into Descent, or it's EXE attacking gate 3 going into TNB.
I'm just saying, I'd like to see the battle done with no weenies.
Yes, I would love that shit too. And we have
I'd love
tried.
If
that
they
too.
completely locked it out so there would be no weenies at all.
Yeah, and we have tried. Say not only multiple Cassitans, like for the past year now, but even after this last Cassitan, we brought it up to fucking Robin again about getting rid of this fucking weenie shit, because I am honestly tired of excuses. Honestly, and I hate the weenie shit where it's, whether it was first TNB or EXE, all of us had to send in and wait like 5-10 minutes to get a fight. So stop pretending like first was this almighty guild that is so respectful. You had first and second weaning for TNB. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. Yes,
No, I didn't say
EXE.
anything about us not weaning.
Well, no, I'm just saying, yes, EXE used weenies, but don't fucking pretend like first was not a weenie guild, and second is a weenie guild, FKU, CHB was all fucking weaning for TNB. So let's not pretend like it's only fucking EXE. Let's not do that. And let's not pretend like y'all didn't immediately ally with TNB. And the only reason why you got any points is because TNB held Cap 3 from EXE. The same thing that the only reason why we got Descent is because our ally TFC had their gate. Or not the gate, but their cap. So it goes both ways, and this high and mighty pretending like shit wasn't happening when we could all clearly see what was happening. Let's not
Here's
pretend.
found the replay.
Which one? I'm just saying, like,
What?
let's not pretend like we didn't see everything that was fucking going on. EXE had weenies, First had weenies, TNB had weenies. Fucking CHN, they all had weenies. Do most of us want us to get rid of weenies? Fuck yeah. I mean, I think most of us want to, because it's not only the queue time.
I don't know. I want to keep my weenie. It's useful.
I mean, this queue time is fucking stupid, and it's also well, I bet if we had weenies, we're never gonna know, unfortunately, until we get rid of them. We need to get rid of the weenies, because oh, it's so fucking annoying. It's not only the shit talking that comes with it. If we didn't have weenies, we would have fucked you up. But it's the queue times, which is annoying as shit. So I would love to get rid of weenies.
That's the only thing that aggravates me is fucking 12-minute queue time. So
Yeah, it's fucking bad. Like when you go into a gate fight, which is an hour long, and you get 3 or 4 fights. It sucks. Hold on a second. Let me read some of this.
I don't know. I personally enjoy a little bit of the shit talking.
I mean, some of it. It's just some of it's like so fucking. It's annoying.
Oh yeah, no, I enjoy a little bit of it. It's fun for a few minutes.
question:
No,
which
yeah,
one's the high dodge infantry troops? The green ones or the purple ones?
The what?
Which one is the high dodge infantry? Is it the green
Purple is
ones?
accuracy. The Reavers are accuracy. Those are the ones that heal
Oh.
based off dodge.
What color? I don't know what color they are. It's
Galaxy Guards.
It's the second.
It's the first one. It's the first one out of the 3 last ones. Galaxy Guards.
Yeah, I don't know what color they are.
It's green. I was fucking with my peak thing. I'm the fucking do all-star.
Well, yeah, like. Hold on, let me reread this. Hold on, let me just reread this.
Who joined who? We gotta quit talking shit about.
I would expect EXE holding a gate without 10-minute queues. That's how big of a guild you are. It's just not smart and efficient.
Didn't we just go over them?
Well, no, I'm just reading what he was saying as I was probably rambling. 2 times a day for 3 weeks. Yeah, it's fucking annoying. But like, it doesn't matter what guild you're in. You can't expect all 80 people to show up to every single fight, which is the benefit of weenies is that you don't need everybody to show up to every single fight. But it's also when you're attacking into it, it's fucking 5-10 minute queues, which is annoying as shit to attack into. First would not hold a gate even with weenies. That's how things have become. I don't know, depending on how many weenies you have, if you have enough weenie guilds, you could. Right, Grinch, but who is playing the look we got sent in winter rewards? Well, we did.
That's only because you threw the cap 3 at us. No one would have said shit if you didn't try to throw the cap 3 shit in.
I mean, I don't make decisions for EXE, and I'm assuming you don't make decisions for First, but whoever the fuck decided after like 3 days to ally with TNB was a horrible decision. Because even if we decided to ally with TFC to get 410 rewards, if you would have allied with us instead of TNB, you would have gotten more rewards.
How would we have allied with y'all if y'all allied with TFC?
Well, at the end, you would have allied with like BDB.
So we wouldn't have gotten more rewards.
Yes,
We'd
because,
have,
no, because you guys
we'd have been
got
fucked.
no, because you guys got. Fuck, I'm trying to remember. Would you guys get 80 point rewards? I believe.
Yeah, we got the 80-point reward.
Okay, so
Wh-
if First and EXE fought together because TFC was on the other side. Oh, shit. Okay, well we only got a few minutes left because my battery's gonna die. But if First and EXE were together on the same side, like, and this is all hindsight. If we said something like, "Well, we're gonna ally with TFC for the main rewards. You guys ally with BDB." TNB would not be able to hold off First and EXE at the same time. Even with weenies, they wouldn't have been able to do it because they were having a difficult time just with us. I know they were having a difficult time. Nobody can play pretend otherwise. I don't know how close we got them a couple times to lockout, but it wasn't a fucking cakewalk for them because they were in panic mode quite a few times. And we didn't have as many people online as we should have. But if it was First and EXE together, I don't think they would have kept us out all casts. So you guys probably would have gotten like 210 rewards. Or at the very least, gotten 80 points like you did. But I'm going to be honest with you. You guys allying with TNB as fast as you did rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
I had no part in that.
I'm not saying you did, and I mean, I'm sure not a lot of people had a say in how thing happened. I didn't have a say in who we allied with. Like, I don't have that power, but I'm just telling you, like, from what I've seen, like, I didn't really have a problem with First for the most part, but it rubbed me the wrong way when after like 2 days, First and TNB allied together. And I was like, all right, well, like, fuck y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I hate TNB.
look at it this way. Look at it this way. When the two top power guilds in a cast event ally together, you kind of want to look to your neighbor and see how they fare. And TNB was our neighbor, and we knew we could hold y'all out of our zone too. So together we could hold y'all out of zone too.
Yeah, but it's not just about what you can do this cast, because a lot of people were upset a couple castitons ago when we allied with y'all. People did not want to ally with First. We wanted to just fight it out and see what happened. We didn't want to ally with First. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But the decision was made to ally with First, and there were some ruffled feathers, but eventually, you know, we allied with First. And then now this cast, you guys, like I said, I have no idea what happened behind the scenes. I have no idea. Like Otter just said, I got a message on day one, TFC will ally with EXE. I have no idea if that's true. I didn't hear anything about it. The only thing that I saw, and I can tell a lot of other people saw, was after a couple days, First was ally with TNB. That's what we saw. I have no idea if any talks happened between EXE and TFC. I don't know if any talks happened between First and EXE. I'm just saying from what myself and other people saw, we didn't want to ally with y'all last cast. and we did anyway. And this cast, after 2 days, first ally with TNB, and anyone that is saying, "Oh, EXE doesn't hate TNB," we're not fans of TNB. You should have known that. So, playing stupid, whoever made the decision of, "Oh, it's not that big a deal," I guarantee you, next cast, if the only powerhouses is first in EXE, EXE is gonna, like, the player base is gonna lose their fucking mind because they're not gonna want to ally with you. I'm telling you that right now. So it's not just, oh, we could just keep, like, you got to think about this shit long term because this isn't, people aren't robots. People have feelings and they're like, well, we don't like, EXE doesn't like
Fuck their
TNB.
feelings.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we have a very good relationship with TFC. I mean, not everybody
TFC
does.
told us. TFC told us, and Bell can confirm this. Basically, see you at sit, then we'll talk. That was what we were told. See you at sit.
Okay. See, so
Because they wanted max reward. Whoever got to sit was getting the ally.
I'm just, okay, I understand that this is retrospective, but think about how it looks. Like, how it could have played out that TNB could have kept us out of, kept us the gate. They could have took Cap 3, and first could have allied with EXE. Let's just assume that you still would have. Well, hold on. You still would have gotten 80 points.
The biggest shock was we knew going into it that it was always see you and sit. Whoever could get into sit is who we usually we ally with, unless we're close with them. But with TFC, this is the first time we've been with TFC in over 5-6 casts, so we didn't know what we were getting into. So it was basically a tell-all of see you and sit. Same thing we tell everyone else.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is, like, this cast, it worked out that TNB and first got 80 points, 80 point rewards. It could have worked out that first decided to ally with us, and between them and BDB got 80 points. It wouldn't have been more points, but the optic is still like, okay, hold on, let me read this. Why would you think anyone cares?
They took away the chance to even suggest it, because literally by the second day you guys were already allied with TNB.
Okay, hold on. Why would you think anyone cares how you feel about other guilds? Not meant to be rude, but an honest question. Okay, no, I feel you. I don't take that as rude. Number one priority is the interest of the guild, and an alliance between TNB and First was the best or safest thing to do. Okay, now what happens because you decided to ally with TNB? Next cast, let's say it's EXE versus First. Do you really think that we're going to ally with you?
Do you really think it's going to be a cheap one if you don't?
I'm sorry, but First is not keeping EXE. Like, you're not battling against us. So it would have
I
been.
never said we would. I just said, do you think it'd be cheap if we didn't ally on either side?
It would have been what?
It's going to be a costly battle.
I think, not to be rude, I think it's going to be a more costly battle for you guys than it is us. But
what do you? Hold on.
That's just in a sense we have the bigger guild, but with some of the higher output of players. At the same time, those big output players do lose a lot sometimes. So it's a 50-50.
I mean, we got 3 months to 4 months. I don't fucking know anymore before the next cast it ends. So y'all might lose players. We might gain. First might gain players.
Cast is fucking, who knows? It's not on a stable schedule anymore.
I don't know. It was every fucking 4 months, and now it's like every 5, 6.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna be.
The last one we had one in before Christmas, then we had one in April, and now we had one last month. So
see, I don't know.
4 from there.
I don't know how to put it into a logical way. I guess. Because, yes, you're right. Logically, it would have made more sense for last cast for first and TNB to ally. Logically, yes. But if you look past that one cast, it doesn't make sense. It makes more sense to ally with EXE. In my opinion.
Not necessarily, though.
Well, no, yeah, because no, you're right. Not necessarily. Because in my mind, you have to pick between TNB and EXE. Because TNB and EXE are never going to get along. It's not going to happen. So if you have to pick between one, you have to pick between one. I am more biased, obviously, for EXE because I'm in EXE. Obviously, I'm going to be more biased. But you're right. It did not necessarily do you have to pick EXE. I'm just saying, like,
that's the tough. You got two of the top guilds always in final two of GC battles, and you're sitting right beside one of them, and the other one is only y'all were what fucking two spaces to our right.
yeah, we were far right.
So, do you protect your zone too, and you guarantee there's what 60 points in that area, and hope you can take zone 3 for the extra 30 points? Or do you ally with the one across from you? You're constantly fighting your zone 1 border to protect it so you don't lose that, and then maybe end up with 80 points. We knew if we allied with TNB, we would be able to hold our area and maybe get the zone 3 capital to give us the 80-point reward. Is how I'm looking at it. I'm not a leader. I have no fucking idea what the fuck went
Yeah.
on. I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, we made a mistake. I advised that we do something very differently so we didn't lose CAF 3, but nobody listened, and unfortunately, we did end up losing it. We could have held it, but there was a lot of different things that came into play. It wasn't just one thing. But yeah, we did end up losing the cap. If we didn't lose the cap, then it would have been a very different story. Like,
Yeah, but you got to think every 2 days fighting over that capital, it was bound to possibly happen. You know, it's 50-50 chance.
no, the only time we were going to lose that cap is the one day we lost it. If we didn't lose it that day, we were never going to lose it.
I don't even know what the fuck went on that y'all ended up losing it.
We had to defend the gate and the cap at the same time, so we split. We had to split our players. There wasn't even that many of us on. We had I want to say we had like 40 people online, and like 20 of us were in the cap, 20 of us were in the gate, and like we were trying to fucking coordinate weenies for both sides. So we had, let's say we had half of EXE fighting first and half of EXE fighting TNB at the exact same time, and it didn't, like, EXE versus TNB or EXE versus first. It can go either way, but splitting us like that was rough, and we ended up losing the cap like 10 minutes before we actually won the gate. So I think it was like 50 minutes into the gate fight we lost the cap. So if we would have held out for 10 more minutes, we would have.
I don't think it was that day because we were all agitated because TNB was supposed to strike the capital at the same time we struck the gate, and they didn't end up showing up till the end of the gate battle.
We lost the cap the same, because the cap battle and the gate battle only synced up one time, and that's when we lost the cap. We kept the gate, but we lost the cap. Because for the rest of the cast, it was at the beginning of cast, because for the rest of cast, the gate and the cap never synced up again. So the one and only time we could have lost it is when we had to fight two objectives at once. And that's when we did lose it. And they pushed the cap harder than they pushed the gate, which is why we lost the cap and not the gate. Had they pushed the gate harder, we would have lost the gate and kept the cap.
Yeah, but we really couldn't do shit with the gate and not the cap, so
Yeah, which is why they pushed harder for the cap. But I'm just saying, like, you had to choose between which one do you want to take. You guys chose the cap because of the way the time synced up. Yeah, that's just it just, I mean, for us that sucked because the one time that we had to defend two objectives, we lost the objective, and for the rest of CAS, the gate and the cap never synced up again, which sucked.
I don't really know if that would matter, because if it would have synced up, I think we wouldn't have fucking touched the gate. I think we would have been focused on the capital. I think that only really applies if the guild holding the gate also holds the capital, that it matters that it syncs up, you know? Unless you're talking about the what led to our zone 2, then yes, that would have mattered.
Yeah, like if yeah, you're exactly right. Like if the cap and your zone and TNB's zone 3 synced up the way it did for our scent and cap, it would have been a very different story because we would have been able to do the same thing that you guys did, is made you guys, like, forced you guys to pick one to defend. But unfortunately, that it never synced up with any gates anymore. It was the one time that we could have lost it, we lost it, which sucked for us, and that was our mistake. Like we should have done things differently. But TNB, I mean TNB, they're not a bad. I don't like them, but they're not a bad guild. Like they took advantage and they took the cap, which was the smart thing to do. I'm just saying, like, unfortunately, it never synced up with any other gates, which would have been nice for us at least. We could have had a chance to get it back. But when you have TNB and 4 or 5 weenie guilds, you're not. It's very hard to take a objective.
500 mil arc for sale.
What?
As Zoomy sell, not Zoomy. Maybe you've seen it. 2.7 billion power arc, $15,000.
Oh yeah,
$20,000.
he told me he was selling.
Fuck that.
And I just seen it. I thought it was fucking funny.
15,000. Fuck that. That's crazy.
Grinch, buy it and zero it. Make it look like you done something.
Hell no. I would never spend 15. Fuck that.
Not on a fucking arc, dog.
Not on this game, dude. This game is not worth it.
On a
but game is dying.
No, not on the game.
Hey, you be careful. Look who you got in your guild, dog. Some of them are well over $15,000, but I ain't getting into their finances.
Oh, I know. But they live in very different tax brackets than I do. Very different tax brackets. Okay. We've been going on almost 3 hours. That is plenty of time.
24-hour live stream.
No, we are ending this right now. Plus my phone's about to die. I've got 6% left. Okay.
Please add me as a friend and look at my message.
Who?
Aries.
Okay. All right, we're gonna end this here. This took plenty of time. Thank you for showing up. There may or may not be one next weekend. It depends on if they come out with the new capital fight thingy. I already forgot the name of it. I don't know.
Hold on,
we'll see. Oh shit. Shit's about to die.
What the fuck are we doing about this new comm?
Nothing.
Like, are they giving it to us for
I don't know.
top 30 or top 80 or whatever.
I don't know. It's not out yet. Okay, we're gonna end this. I'll see y'all maybe next week, maybe not. Have fun. Bye.